Hello, welcome back to the Spider's Web. It's another unboxing video. Yes, we have a few this week. Well, two in fact. Ali's just done one, and now it's my turn. I'm back at the helm once again with another unboxing. First, however, before we start, I just want to point out, originally there was this, and then there was this, and now there is the books, Battlemat books for the wilderness. The little book of Battlemats for the wilderness. The add-on scenery stickers for the wilderness. Untold encounters of the random kind. And the Loke combat twists deck. Let's have a look at them, shall we? Okay, here we are with the Wilderness Book of Battlemats. Or the Wilderness Books of Battlemats, should I say, because there's two in here, like there has been for the other ones we got. Let's just open these up and we can have a proper look at them away from these nasty, shiny cellophane wrappers. And it doesn't help because the actual box itself that these come in, or the folder itself that these come in, is shiny. So we have the Wilderness Books of Battlemats. It's a set of two battle map books for RPGs. If we turn them over, we have 18 map pages, endless options. Basically open and roll. And it says, attention adventurers, the Wilderness Books of Battlemats are two wilderness fantasy themed tabletop role map. Start again. Attention adventurers, the Wilderness Books of Battlemats are two wilderness fantasy themed tabletop role-play map books full of modular maps. Create your own wild areas with two books that line up to create endless layouts, giving you a 24 by 24 inch map area from books that fits in your bag. Reduce your game prep time with these portable mats. White plain with a 1-inch grid design and a 360-degree spine allows the book to fold completely in half if space is tight, or lay dead flat so your adventure can unfold in front of you. With imagination sparking designs, the Wilderness Book of Battlemats are reusable for a limitless number of wild encounters. With perilous forest paths, stormy coastal inlets, expansive grasslands, icy tundra and deserts, the wilderness is waiting for you. So it's over to you. Roll for initiative. Let's crack them open and have a look. Right, so what do we have? Let's take this one out first. That's volume 1. Oops. And volume 2, unfortunately, it seems to have been printed upside down. I know. Let's just turn it that way and see. So let's lift this up so you can see what we have. They are the they're the covers of the books. Let's pop Battlemat book number 1 away, and on the back this is what we have. The wilderness extends to the horizon, filling the senses with anticipation and excitement. This unforgiving land is home to terrors and treasures in equal measure for those bold enough to explore its ranges. From the sprawling grassy hills right up to the snowy peaks, this land covers vast distances and many challenging environments with a climate of adventure. Will the party be equal to this wild world? The Wilderness Book of Battlemats Volume 1 contains 40 white clean pages of modular maps, which can be used individually across both pages of the book or lined up with maps in Volume 2 to create epic map areas. So, let us open up. And on the front page, for a change, in the last two sets we had, these were clear, or basically plain grey, so you could design whatever you wanted on them. But on this one they decided to go with a wooded swampland theme by the look of it, which looks really nice. We turn it over and then we have just a plain grassland. And we have grassland with a little bit of trees and undergrowth, that kind of stuff, a few rocks. And we have a path and a little water. I will put a picture of the backs of these books so you can see what's on them properly, but I'll just show you here. I'm not going to go through all of them. It's rhododendrons by the look of it. There we are. In an old set of ruins. Now we're going into a cave. Here we are on the ice plateaus and the ocean and deserts and more desert and a rock cavern with lava in the crevices. So that was most of book number 1. Let's put that over here and have a look at book number 2. And it says exactly the same thing along the top. So I'm not going to be, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm not going to be reading that out again. I would like to point out though, the cover art is done by James Gray, the map art is done by Matt Henderson, and the writing by Tam Henderson. This is volume 2. And what do we have for the front page? We have that a similar look to the previous one. I don't think it's exactly the same. I'd be surprised if it was, to be honest. No, there are slight differences. It's very similar, but there are slight differences. So let's have a look. We have more, just plain grassland. This time we have some orange flowers rather than the pinky lilac-y ones. We have some water there, little river going into a pond. And here we have the rhododendrons again. And what's that one? Oh, that's nice. Another little swamp area. And we have the beach. You can see we've got the, what do we call it, the stones under the water there. And we have a few deforested areas, little clearing where the trees have been chopped down. There we go. And there's a cave system moving up. And some more of the ice scenery. Some fir trees there. And a little bit of ice as well as the snow. And more deserts with dunes showing there. And little outcroppings and more rocks and lava. And that's for that one. So yes, I am pleased with those. But now let us come down a little bit and have a look at the little book, the Battlemats. There we are. This is, as you can see, a much smaller book. I don't want to be running the risk of cutting any pages. There we are. And what does it say on the back? We have 40 wipe clean maps for tabletop roleplay on here. So let's have a look at what we have, what we do have. Oops. And we have a little pyramid kind of thing, like an Incan pyramid. And we have the grassland once again. Let's angle the camera down just a touch bring this in and avoid any reflections. Can look at this a little bit more detail because of the fact that it's a smaller book and we're not getting the same amount of reflection on the pages. Whereas you can see the detail in these is absolutely lovely. They are shiny. There is a reason why they're shiny. I will talk about that a little later. But yes, this is a very nice set. I've got all 3 sets that were done on Kickstarters. So the Dungeon, the Towns and Taverns, and now the Wilderness. You've seen them all being opened and looked at. And this is the last one they're doing for this series. The other ones are standalone books, and I think I may get a few of them. You never know how useful they can come in handy. And a little oasis there. And on the last page, oh yes, that's nice, the skull rock thingamabob that they have. Oops, what's happened here? There we are. So that's the little book of Battlemats. Pop that to one side. Now let us have a look. Oops. At these. These are the add-on scenery for Battlemats. A pack of 90 reusable static cling stickers. Let's open them up and you can see what they are. You probably know about these already if you've watched my other videos. They do actually, as you can tell here, they're not the easiest thing to get out of a plastic bag, because the whole purpose is to cling statically to whatchamacallit. Hang on, let's see if I can do this in a different way. So lean this forward a touch. And just, I wonder if that's better for you. Just let the stand forward a little bit and looking straight down on them now. Now it gives it a nice view without any reflection. So we have toadstools, mushrooms, that kind of thing, a few shrubs, bushes, leaves, rocks, tree stumps, and a fallen tree log. And now we have again some more rocks, bushes, toadstools and things. We also have little ruined buildings, ruined stone buildings. I'll get the words out in a moment. Now we have little ponds and rivers, again with the treetops and the rocks. And here we have a boat, some rocks, a pit, looks like a bird's nest, and some tents and bedrolls, campfire and a backpack. And then we have some leafless treetops, some more mushrooms and toadstools, rocks, a little bend in the river, another straight piece of river, rocks, that kind of thing. And that is it. Now I did say that these books are reflective and shiny for a reason. Let's find a page that we could use for this. That one will do. The reason being is that we can take one of our stickers off, Jeez Louise. There we are. Take one of our stickers off there. And we can pop it down here. And we have a little river bend in the corner of this map book, and it won't fall off. It's stuck statically to the shininess of the paper. We can just throw it down. It doesn't look like much. When you see it from certain angles, but when you see it head on like that, it does the job. You can't see through the stickers all that much. You can see the little grid that's marked in it, but that's about it. You can only see that very faintly. So yes, that is one of the things I like about these. Now, if you prefer to play in 3D with minis in 3D and stuff, then obviously these are a little useless to you. But if that is not something you're bothered about, and you just want to play D&D or any form of role play, admittedly with these ones fantasy based role play, then you could use these very easily, and you'll find that they do a wonderful job of keeping your game running. And also we have digital copies of these as well. So I don't just have these books, I've also got the digital maps, the digital stickers and whatnot. Next, let us have a look at this book. There we are. It's Untold Encounters of the Random Kind. Yes, it's 1,000 plus random encounters for any tabletop RPG. There we are. So let's slice the top off, as you can see. I've not opened the book at all. I have skimmed through the the digital version I have of this. Oops. There we are. And this is what we have, and it's basically it's a tool for GMs to generate random encounters for the game. So we've got town adventures, we have undercity, slums, rural things, noble things. So basically you draw a D100 or whatever it says here. So you roll a D100 and it rolls 76. You go down here, 75, 76. It's a servant's entrance. So widely considered an insult to a party such as this. So it's, if you're told to go into that one, then yeah, you're being insulted. And there we are. We have set for travelling through mountains, through deserts, through the Arctic, or wilderness encounters. I'm not going through this with any great detail because it's something that's what you may call it, but it's not really anything we can really look at in any great detail. It's just a series of tables you can roll on, and then you can find other things as well in here. I've not looked properly at how to use it with any great efficiency because I'm not a DM, but you know, it's one of those things that we really need to look at when you need to, I suppose. But it's something that's nice to have. So there we are, 1001, so 1000 plus random encounters. And again, it is 5th edition compatible. And it says, within these pages lie adventure, danger and reward in equal measure, from the deepest dungeons to the highest mountain tops, from the guild's front door to the wildest coast. This book has a random encounter for any and every fantasy role-play adventure. This book is for tabletop role-playing game masters to generate ideas, encounters and even entire adventures for their games. This book is not a role-play game in itself. It's designed to work with your existing and preferred system. We provide a 5th edition compatible translation in addition to our system agnostic mechanics, which are fully adaptable. We know that your adventure can take any turn, and with this book you'll be able to quickly adapt to any and every scenario at a moment's notice. Of course, this book can also be used to pre-plan adventures and populate your planned session with the relevant random encounters. You can roll up an adventure in these pages, use our pre-populated and ready to roll 5th edition adventures, or simply choose your favourite encounters. It's fully 5th edition compatible. It's over 1000 encounters, 6 5th edition mini adventures. Now then, oh good, let's have a look. Let's see what these mini adventures are. Example 5, so it's page 130. Here we are, wanted. Well, this is what we have. So 5th edition adventure with party of 4 level 4 characters. And then we have Shore Leave, which is another one. So yeah, it's nice, very nice book to have, and it's a fairly thick book as well. Let's have a look at the page number 340, not counting that page and the front page. So yes, I'm happy. That's that done. Let's straighten this a little bit more, and in fact let's get this stand fixed properly for the next step. The Loke deck of combat twists, 150 cards to enhance RPG combat encounters. That is what we have here. Let's see, how do we get in this thing? See how it goes. Let's see if I can get this out without any issue, and I can. Let's put my knife of opening away, and here we have it, a deck of combat twists. Attention adventurers, spice up your tabletop role-playing encounters with Loke's combat twists. 150 cards of targeting, tactics, environmental perils and exciting wild magic effects for your combat encounters. 4 categories of cards to draw to keep your adventure rolling. There we are. Oops. Dear Lord, it's... it's a tight fit. There we are. Oh, doesn't that look nice? You can just see different shades, red, purple, green and blue in there. So let's have a look at some of these. So these are the tactics deck, and we need to give them a bit of a bend first of all. They all seem to be stuck together. The enemies can't all hear and conduct any combat in utter silence. They are immune to any noise-based effects and have a bonus to stealth. These enemies are equipped with powerful but unpredictable magic or technological gear, such as fight packs, force fields, repeating crossbows, etc. And that's what we have for these. I'm just going to go through a few of them, just so you've got the idea. I'm not going through them all, because that wouldn't be good. And let's have a look at the next one, which is purple. And we have wild magic. A trickster god or goddess looks down with interest, but will jokes and japes be damaging? An eerie tune drifts across the area, bringing uncontrollable tears to almost every eye. Suddenly, yeah, I'm just, again, going through these. I'm just going through a few. These were what wild magic spellcasters would do if the DM, when they've cast a spell and the DM tells you to roll a d20 and you roll a 1. This is the kind of thing what can happen. I'm looking forward to seeing some of these things, because at the moment the D&D thing we're doing at the moment, Ali is a wild magic spellcaster, so that could be fun at some point. Right, now onto the green cards. These are the environment cards. The area literally stinks, and the dreadful stench can affect breathing, concentration, and even sight as ice water. It's the bog of eternal stench. Fragile terrain or furniture threatens to collapse inwards with any further disturbance. There we go. Again, just look at a few of them, not all of them. There we go. That's the environment. And finally, oh, not quite finally, we have targeting. So so when you're targeting, it says who, where, and effects. So when the DM's attacking the hero characters, I'm assuming. I would assume it's the DM who's doing this. Well, it does say character, so yeah, that's that. And now the last two are instructions on how to use them. So the combat twists, which were the this is on the entire deck. It's about the deck. These cards are designed to inspire and randomize events which can affect RPG combat encounters. You can use these cards ahead of a game to help plan or draw randomly during live play. It's important to say these cards are yours to use as you see fit. You can amend and adjust in any way that suits your game and your table. So the wild magic cards, those cards are on the wild and wonderful side. These fantastical magical effects are something the party will definitely not be expecting. And for the tactics deck, which is the red deck, these cards are a range of different tactics to use with these adversaries. They describe how the enemy have prepared for or act during the combat encounter. So that is what we have. Oh, the targeting cards, they were the blue ones. These cards let you select who gets selected for attack or where someone has been hit. And the environment, which is the green ones. These cards are a range of perilous events which can influence and affect combat, from sudden floods to crevices, and the settings itself can be perilous. So there we are. That is as I say, the Loke Battlemats for the Wilderness deck for Kickstarter. I hope you've enjoyed this video. There's been a lot to look at. I've only skimmed through the main parts and showed you some of the things that are available because, you know, it's not fair of me to spoil all the fun. Because if you do want to get these yourself, then you can probably do so from Loke's website or various other distributors that Loke deal with. So yeah, if you're interested in them, go and have a look for them. I'm not affiliated with these at all. This is not a sponsorship. I've just basically pledged on the Kickstarter. I'm one of the Kickstarter backers, and I've done this for the previous two in this series of Battlemats. So yeah, I do like them. I've not used any of them as yet, but hopefully in the weeks, months, years to come, they will get some, if not a lot, of use. But that's for another time. That's the end of this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you do enjoy the content of these videos, then please give us a thumbs up. Leave a comment if you've got any questions you want to ask about these Battlemats or this system. I will try my best to answer them, or if not, or if I'm unable to answer them, I can refer you on to somebody who may be able to help you better. Also, you can click on the Patreon link in the description and possibly pledge to become one of my Patreons, or you can even buy me a coffee. Now on the Buy Me a Coffee, there is a sale going on there. I am selling artwork that I have, that I've decided I'm going to do on the odd occasion. There are 5, what do we call it? There are 5 pictures that I will be doing. Each one original artwork, no prints, and it's first come first served basis. So if you would like, if you'd like to see what you're getting for your money and how much it all is, then please click onto the Buy Me a Coffee, and you can buy me a coffee, you can leave me a tip, or even you can sign up as a member over there instead of Patreon, if you so wish. But as I say, that's it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Until next time, as always, stay safe and take care. God bless, and bye for now. Yes, I know my beard wants to be dying.